just wanted to let you know before the video starts that I am a little behind on yesterday's comments and this morning's comments. So I'm going to respond to those this evening, the day that I'm posting this. So if you're watching this at a later date, then just disregard this. All right. Enjoy the reading. Hello, darling, my old friend. I wasn't sure if that started. I'm here to read for you again. Chancho. Sometimes, when you are a man, you wear stretchy pants in your room. It's for fun. Happy Freaky Friday. I haven't done this cosplay in public, actually, so welcome. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. We are going to see how to let your freak flag fly. I cosplay on my channel these days, so if you're weirded out, hello, this is Freaky Me on Fridays. So I hope that I can, influence you to be more freakily yourself whenever you want. I feel so awkward. I hope you're having an awesome day. I'm going to clear for you, clear for me. I got all thrown off trying to take that mask off. I completely forgot my train of thought. Okay, let's see. Spirit, my higher self, my darling's higher self, thank you so much for using me as a channel to guide and instruct. I ask for the most clear and concise messages, information, feelings, and sensations to come through for the betterment of my darling and for the highest good of them being completely, authentically, freak flag flyingly themselves. Amen. I almost tripped up on my prayer there. Luckily, the energy is behind it, even if my mouth does not cooperate. Doesn't help. Yesterday I had to go get some dental work done, so yeah, that's all right. I'm feeling good today. There's no complaints about it. It's not an excuse for me. Yeah. Anyways, let's see. Okay. Spirit. I want to start with Moonology Oracles, actually. To be your freak flag flying self. Completely authentic. Let's see, what do you need to know? We're going to figure out what you need to know, what you should be aware of, and what you're doing right. And obviously, these are collective messages. So take what resonates from the message and leave what doesn't, okay? Because you know you better than mystery tarot person on the internet, okay? All right, Spirit, what Moonology Oracles does my darling need for their journey of self-authenticity? If you can name this movie, did I already say who it is? Oh well. Communication is key. New Moon and Gemini. That's talking about throat chakra work, being able to speak your truth, being able to speak your mind, being clear on communication. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. Yeah, that's kind of like in line with last week talking about, did I do a Freaky Friday last week? I don't remember. The last Freaky Friday I did, I think I was talking about the past. Prosperity lies ahead. New Moon in Taurus. I like that. They're saying don't look at the past. Look ahead. Take time to breathe out. Okay. Meditate and contemplate. The exact message I'm getting for this, and maybe it's just because this is kind of similar to my own story and I'm not trying to talk about myself, but I feel like I can't be the only one who's dealt with this. And I feel like I am mostly on the other side of this specific issue. I just saw 333 on the clock. Joanne Sacred Scribes, 333. Go look it up. It's important to some of you. Okay, for my own personal journey, if you relate to this, I developed over time because of trauma responses and being raised, having a bunch of religious trauma and abusive trauma and all this. I dealt with really bad anxiety and depression. And sometimes it still flares up, okay? I still have social anxiety at times, and I can still deal with that, but it's not as crippling as it was before. I feel like getting into learning about self-regulation will help you, what is it? Emotional regulation, I forget what it's called. Do some breath work. I feel like breath work is really important, and meditation just for mindfulness, right? To get out of the clutter of your mind, of whatever you have experienced in your life that may still have a hold on your mind, because that can consume most of our time and energy, and then we don't really have a lot of time or energy to even really get to know who we are or express who we are or even feel like ourselves, right? I feel like that could be a problem. Not really a problem, not like it's your fault or anything, but just like I feel like I'm speaking to someone here who struggles with these sort of issues, whether it be minor or major in their life. Obviously, anxiety and depression, please go to a doctor. I am proud to say I am on an antidepressant, and I will likely be on an antidepressant for the rest of my life because I know I need one, and that's okay. I know some people won't agree with that, and that's fine. You don't have to. I'm not expecting you to, but I'm never going to tell someone to try to meditate in place of medical needs. Mental health is a real issue, so if you are struggling with mental health issues, please don't wait to get that figured out, right? Go talk to your doctor about it, okay? Because I'm not a doctor. I can say, on top of talking to your doctor about these things, breath work, mindfulness, really learning your power in the universe. Like, I like Neville Goddard a lot. Neville Goddard talking about your, like, significant power in your reality. That sort of empowerment helped me personally to gain more confidence in speaking who I am, being who I am. There's still moments, like I said, it's not perfect and it's not going to be perfect, okay? But that's like I feel who I'm talking to. I hope that makes sense. Good things are ahead. You don't have to stay in the same loop that you're in right now, okay? If you are stuck in this, it doesn't have to be like this forever. And there are ways through it. There are ways through it. Okay, look at that at the bottom. I was shuffling this before I got this. That is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the card of anxiety. This is the panic attacks, overthinking. That's exactly what this is talking about. Underneath that, you got these two. These are both cards of communication. Knight of Swords and Queen of Swords. They are headed towards each other. Look like they're about to spar. It looks like mental warfare. The swords are thoughts. Mental warfare. Just your mind overclouded with thoughts. And there's a need to meditate. Take a look at the Hanged Man. Cracks me up because, like, okay, the Hermit is the sign of solitude, or the card of solitude. And wisdom, and it's a self-placed journey. The Hermit chooses that journey. He goes off on his own. It is an active choice of his own. The Hanged Man is wisdom and enlightenment forced by someone else. This guy was put up there, and I feel like the universe is like telling you, like, hey, you are in these situations or whatever you're dealing with. We're forcing you to look at things differently. If this is your sign, this is the universe forcing you to look at things differently, to take a step back, to meditate, to be on your own, to see things differently, to maybe research different things. I don't know. If you're here, maybe this is good. I don't know. For your ultimate happiness, the Four of Wands was underneath that. That is literally joy, excitement, passion, all the things that anxiety and depression and panic attacks and these mental health issues can absolutely kill your spirit. They can. I can attest to that. So, okay, let's see. Spirit, what do you want me to know about this situation for being completely authentic? Ooh, I almost bent that. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. She's not really worried about much. She's not really panicked. She knows her power. This is a woman of empowerment. This is a magical woman. I shouldn't say woman, person. This is a magical person. Okay? Very much driven by spirit. Very much knows their authority. Very much knows their power. Okay. What do you want to tell me about that? Another person who is very much in her power. In their power. Nine of Pentacles. They're like, you don't realize how powerful you actually are, how powerful your thoughts are. Neville Goddard teachings really might be something for you. You don't realize how powerful you are. You have the power to decide what is true and not true about you, what is real and not real. And it doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter. You are the judge of your reality. You are the judge of your mind. You are the judge of who you are. Who you truly are. You get to decide that. You get to decide that. You get to hold that power. Someone might need to hear that. Tower. 7 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 5 of Cups. There's the Depression card. Temperance on the bottom, 3 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, 5 of Wands. I feel like I'm talking to someone who might have a bunch of naysayers around them. Maybe they've never really experienced true support, a true uplifting support system. And that's why it feels difficult to step into this place of really owning who you are, because perhaps maybe you were never given that when you deserved it. I feel like it's like every time you try to make plans for your future, every time you try to move forward with what you want to do, you have these ideas. You just have these people around you who are just soul crushers. It just feels like you might be surrounded by soul crushers. That, or just the idea of people not supporting you, that alone is soul crushing. And I feel like the importance is like, you need to take your power back. Temperance. I like this version of Temperance because it's transmuting, it's alchemizing negative to positive. This is the card of turning iron into gold, right? It is bringing balance to a situation. It's also divine protection, angelic protection, Sagittarius energy. We got Libra energy and Scorpio energy. That may be relevant, it might not. Okay, that's neither here nor there. This is significant change because it's saying you have the power to change what holds power over you. You are in control. The only power that actually has any weight in your mind is you. Even if you think it's other people, even if you think it's failing, even if you think it's not being accepted, even like no matter what you think, the only real power, it's not outside of you, it is you. You hold more power than you understand. Yeah, I feel like, okay. I feel like if you trust this process and you really mentally focus on reclaiming your power in your mind, right? That is going to attract in the type of tribe, community, friends, supporters, emotional supporters that you need and want, right? It's like the universe will place them in your lap for you with that Wheel of Fortune. This is divine appointments. It's timing. It's also patience and things changing for the better when it's upright. And it definitely does take like walking away from the reality that you know. Okay. Let that speak to you how it speaks to you. Okay. Can you please clarify this? What else do I need to know for my darling? And then I'm going to see what you're doing right, okay? I'm going to see what you're doing right so far. Can you please clarify this? Maybe this isn't something that you're doing wrong. Maybe this is something that you just have dealt with, right? I hope this isn't coming across as confrontational, that you're not thinking right or anything. That is not how I intend it. I just am very fiery because I'm an Aries, okay? Not an excuse. I should learn to communicate a little softer sometimes. Okay, maybe this is what you've dealt with. Let's see. Can you clarify this for me, please? Oh, wait. I'm using the wrong deck. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. It is what it is. I like to use this one last, but it doesn't matter. Can you clarify this? Page of Wands. 9 of Cups. Love that. That wants to come out. 4 of Wands. Page of Pentacles. 4 of Swords. The Hanged Man. It came out upright as it was falling, and then it like gradually fell reversed. Okay, and that like went over that Page of Wands that first came out. I feel like you might be someone who likes to think about the possibilities, and you do get excited in your mind, but then you overthink the starting of it. It's like you can think and dream all day, but then when it comes to taking steps, you're like, you like kind of you might get hung up on like taking that first step. Totally normal. Like, hello, you're a human. I get it. But it's like they just want you to be aware of like, once you take the first step, okay, this totally makes sense if you are dealing with depression, anxiety, because I completely get this. It's like, if there is something upcoming that I am not used to, it's not my normal day to day, it is a special event. There's like this procrastination that can happen when it comes to planning or doing what I need to do, because it's like I overthink it so much. And then it's like, once I just start doing it, once the day comes, it's like, wow, that went a lot smoother than I thought. And I just feel like the universe wants to remind you that it's only difficult in your mind, okay? It's only difficult in your mind. Once you get started, once you take the steps, it's not that hard. It's only difficult in your mind. It's actually easier than it looks, okay? You just have to start doing it. And it's a practice, okay? It's a practice. You're not going to be perfect, so be okay with being a beginner. Pages are children. They are just now learning how to, progress in their assigned suit, wands, pages, or not pages, pentacles. They're the baby learners, okay, of their suit. So it's okay that you're not going to get it perfect as you start practicing these things, as you start practicing just stepping into retraining your thoughts, as you step into going and talking to someone in the medical field about what you're dealing with to get whatever medical help you need. It's okay that you're nervous about that, but it's going to be okay. It's okay that you're not okay, and it's going to be okay. All right. Okay, let me see what you're doing right. What is my darling doing right to be their completely freak flag flying living self? Interesting. As I went to split that, it's like this card was already flipped, the Knight of Cups, and then there's the Ace of Cups. This is that dreamy energy. It's like what would make you most happy. You do know, you have these ideas. The cups they're emotions, but they're also ideas. Like ideas that you love, like, does that make sense? Like creativeness, creativity. I feel like the baby steps are happening with the Ace of Cups. It's like you're more open to giving things a chance. Okay. What is my darling doing right? 8 of Wands, 9 of Cups, Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, Magician, Knight of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. That's what I wanted to put in there. The Fool and the Moon with the Hierophant on bottom. Obviously, if you're here for a reason, right? If you are watching these kind of videos, then you have already started taking the steps. You already are aware that you don't like where you have been, you don't like the past, you don't like that energy, and so you're already taking the steps you need to move forward, okay? I feel like this was encompassing the struggles that you have experienced, and you have already taken the steps that you need to take. So if you felt like I was getting on to you and that you weren't doing good enough, I apologize, because you were definitely doing good enough. 8 of Wands, it's like 8 of Wands, Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, Magician, 2 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Oh wait, no, that came after their 9 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, Full of the Moon. You were like a bat out of hell. Like, I'm not dealing with what I was dealing with before. From myself, from others, from a situation, taking power back. I feel like you have I'm getting like heart chakra opening from this image. It's really weird, but it's like, do you see how illuminated her heart area is with all these cups? I feel like you've had a lot of things that have started opening your heart. You've started feeling more love and passion for things. And that has just come from you, like, I'm going to say what I need to say. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to be honest with myself. I'm going to be honest with others. I know things that I didn't know before, right? And with that, you're just like, you might be learning about manifesting. So if you are already like on the Neville Goddard train, chugga chugga choo choo, like look at you. I like how in the last deck it was 2 pages, and in this deck you've got 2 nights. You are progressing. You are doing things, you know, like I said, it's a practice. The knights are not the expert in their suite either, but they have progressed. You have learned things. You have grown so much already. And I feel like that has definitely gotten you out of your head as far as like feeling in limbo about what you even want for your life, right? What you want to invest your time and energy in with the 2 of Pentacles. I feel like that is clearing up. And you're just like, I'm not going to be afraid of, you know, new beginnings. I'm not going to be afraid to take a leap. I'm not going to be afraid of the future anymore. I'm going to jump into those waters. I like that it's the full and then the moon, because it's like this person has already they've already dove into the water, right? You're already in there, and you're seeing that it's not as bad as you thought it was. I've talked about this before. If you just look at like this image, right, without the wolves, or no, with the wolves, it looks like this water is so deep, but if you don't show the wolves, it's pretty shallow. You know, the water, everything is not as hard as you thought it was. Things are not as scary as you thought they were. You are confronting those fears. You're taking the steps you need to take, and I am so immensely proud of you. You're changing what you believe about yourself, and you're cutting through the BS of your own mind, of other people, everything, to stand in your own truth, and you're standing up for yourself and what you deserve and what you believe in. I love it. Yep. Okay, how do I want to close this out? I want to close it out with healing. No. Okay. Angel answers. If you would like to ask a question, go right ahead. I will get you an answer, or, and I will interpret these cards in the way I see necessary. So if you don't have a question, that's all right. I'm still going to give what I think they're saying too, as far as a bigger message or whatever. My cape. Okay. 2 more shuffles if you haven't thought of a question or you want to. Got a couple more shuffles and then I'll get your answer. That was a terrible shuffle. Every day I'm shuffling. Okay. Spirit, can you please answer my darling's question that they asked, please? Get more information. Trust. Meditation brings answers. And no came out. Communicate clearly. That there was a couple of cards that were indicative. And is that how you say that? I feel like that's wrong. Why did that feel wrong? Meditation was heavily implied here. Mindfulness, really. Mindfulness. Getting into the observer position of your thoughts, okay? And recognizing that you have control over them. You can choose which thoughts to believe and which thoughts not to believe, okay? Being very mindful of your thoughts. I'm not sure about this, no. I do think that you're already trusting, and I do think that you are learning what you need to learn. Communicate clearly. There was a lot of cards about communication too, okay? So keep speaking your truth. Keep speaking up for yourself. Keep honoring yourself in that way, and it will become easier. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of the day. And tomorrow is Soul Connection Saturday, and I will be doing, I do a general collective soul connection reading, and then I split it up into singles, someone with a specific person or separation, specific person or separation reading, and then a reading for people who are in committed, stable relationships. So I hope to see you then if you're interested in that. If not, have a great weekend or a lovely, lovely, amazing life. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Goodbye and ta-ta!